Look, if you're trying to make money dropshipping with AI right now, thinking it's gonna do all the work for you, you're setting yourself up to fail. If everyone's got the same tools, nobody's got an edge anymore. Right now, thousands of people are using the exact same AI tools you're using, launching stores with the same template, running the same ChatGPT prompts. So dropshipping became easier, but it actually became harder, competing with thousands of people doing the exact same thing as you. Let me break down 3 big reasons why most people are still not making money, even with all of these AI tools. Now, the first mistake everyone's making is they think the product is the advantage. They're obsessed with finding the winning product, out of this world product. But here's what nobody tells you. The product doesn't matter if you can't afford to sell it. And when you're sourcing the same way as everyone else, you're already losing before you even launch. Let me show you exactly what I mean. So this is a red light therapy skincare wand product. You've probably seen this brand called SoloWave selling it. So the average dropshipper is going to AliExpress and they're finding this listing. They're seeing $27.97, free shipping. They're thinking to themselves, okay, I'm just gonna sell it for triple the cost and I'll have an amazing profit margin. But little do most of these dropshippers realize that there are private dropshipping agents which go direct to the factory, 1688, Taobao, which are these Chinese websites that are actually direct to factory, unlike Alibaba and AliExpress. This is the actual factory. So Team Drop actually works directly with them. And as you can see, $9.13. That is literally a third of the cost. And then you have the shipping fee here, $6.54. But look at this. You have so many shipping methods. The best shipping lines from China, one of which is 5 to 8 days for only a couple dollars more. So for a 5 to 8 day shipping time, which is pretty average for a lot of companies, unless you're Amazon Prime, you're spending $17.49 total. So let's say we wanna see what the profit margin difference is here, right? You got Team Drop and AliExpress. This is a Google sheet that I created. I'll link it for you for free below. It gives you the profit margin, the goal ad costs that you need to be profitable and everything. Let me break it down for you. Team Drop, we have $9.13, $6.54. We get a total cost with the transaction fee of $18.29. Team Drop gives us a 77% gross profit margin. That's before spending money on ads. Now for context, dropshipping, anything above 70% gross margin is amazing. To put that into context here, if we're running ads to break even, which means not making a profit, not losing money, with the Team Drop supplier, we need a 1.29 ROAS. With the AliExpress supplier, we need a 1.61 ROAS. Now this is where the issue is, the profit side. With Team Drop, we would profit 20% at a 1.75 ROAS. Most times when you watch YouTube videos on dropship, people are talking about 3x ROAS, 4x ROAS, 5x ROAS to be profitable. You would be very profitable with a 1.75 ROAS here. The dropshipper that can afford to spend the most on ads is the one who wins. In this case, Team Drop would be the winner. This is what becomes your sourcing advantage to compete with all the lazy people doing the bare minimum, because they'll be struggling to make their ads profitable when you realize that all you needed was a reliable supplier like Team Drop. So that's the first part, getting your profit margins high enough to actually compete with all these other dropshippers. But here's where it gets interesting. Even with great profit margins, you still need an AI store that doesn't look like every other AI store. Because if it looks generic like everybody else's, people are gonna bounce, doesn't matter how good your pricing is. So let me show you how to build a store that'll make you superior to most other dropshippers. So what you're gonna need is a moat. In short, competitive advantage. So if you have all these AI store builders pretty much creating the same copy and paste stores for everyone, it's amazing for speed, but the issue is when you have thousands of other dropshippers doing the exact same thing, this causes customers subconsciously reject your brand and bounce. So how do we use AI to build fast, but still make your store superior to the average dropshipper? Let me show you how it's done. So just like SoloWave, Hi Smile, Dr. Squatch, Tej Hanley, they have custom packaging, custom branded packaging. And Team Drop actually offers this. But for you as a beginner, this isn't even gonna make sense. It doesn't make sense for you to invest in packaging right out the gate, do all that because it requires inventory and that kind of defeats the purpose of drop shipping. So what we can do, which is what savvy dropshippers do, is disguise our brand as a brand with images that have custom branded packaging. So that way we actually look like a Hi Smile, we look like a Dr. Squatch, we look like a Tej Hanley. Think of Apple products. Think of the Apple packaging. Every time you buy an Apple product, right? That packaging is what people get really excited about. You're not actually gonna give customers that experience as a drop shipper, at least not starting out, but at least when you're first starting to advertise your product, you can have a product page that looks like this with the custom branding, the images that show a SoloWave wand, not just a AliExpress wand. Now let's go actually create our store with this product using the AI store builder. You're gonna wanna use Crafted for this. The link in the description below, you'll get a free trial. And essentially what Crafted does is it'll build the entire landing page, the typical AI store builders, but it actually does a much better job. As you can see, here's an example here. This is all done with AI. Super clean, very well done. But again, I mean, it is going to, be just like anybody else, right? Anybody can go in and use Crafted and take an AliExpress link, right? That's what we do. And then we put it into here and then we click start building and then it starts building it with that link. But the key differentiator is that we're gonna actually create a custom image, custom packaging, branded look and feel on the landing page. Basically kind of like the example that Crafted shows right here. So right now it's literally researching the product, it's gonna design the store, and then in about 5 minutes, it'll be ready. So now it's ready. And as you can see, it looks pretty great. But here's the thing, anybody can go and create a page like this. So how are we gonna differentiate this? We're gonna actually create our own custom product images that make it look like we have skin flow packaging, skin flow branding. We're gonna do this really quickly with Google's Gemini Nano Banana. I'm sure you've heard of it, and there's a free version here. I've created amazing images like this. This isn't even a real product, and AI was able to generate this. Imagine, I'm selling a hair growth serum, and instead of the AliExpress image, that's just like a random looking bottle, I have my brand, and this is the main image. People are going to feel like it's a high-end brand, that it's a premium brand that they can trust. And every time you advertise on Facebook and Instagram, all the other dropshippers are advertising the same thing. And the same people that see your ad end up seeing the other dropshippers' ads too. And so naturally, if they see your product is the branded premium one compared to the other ones, they're probably gonna choose yours. That's just the way that you look superior to the other dropshippers, right? Let's say right now we just go in and we wanna create something, right? I wanna take inspiration from these other brands. That's the easiest thing I can do. So I can use this right here. I wanna recreate this for my brand. I'm gonna use this as a reference, right? This image right here. I'm gonna copy it into Nano Banana, right? We're gonna click create image and I'm going to paste it here. And then I'll go copy my image of the product right here, put that into Nano Banana as well. Now I'm gonna tell Nano Banana, I want you to use the reference image from Hi Smile and then turn my product into a custom branded image like that. So what I came to was actually this one right here. I wanted to put it more on a surface with a nice background, but as you can see, if somebody saw this, they'd think, wow, this looks like a premium brand. This looks really good. And then I wanted an image with a woman holding the product. And funny enough, looking back at the Hi Smile page, I saw this image right here with this woman holding the product. So I'm like, that's perfect. I'll just recreate that. As you can see here, look at that. I mean, you cannot tell that that's AI. That's really, really good. And this prompt was super easy too. I just told it, hey, I need you to replace this product. I gave it the reference image with my image, which I literally had Gemini create with that other image. And then it just replaced it in this image. So now let's add it to the store and then show you how it looks. So this is how it would look without our premium branded images, right? And then this is how it would look with them. And there you go. Look at that. That looks great. Right? This image right here as well. We would wanna like customize these images further, right? All these other images, I would wanna recreate them, really take inspiration from brands like Hi Smile and whatever, right? The fact that I'm selling a beauty product here, I'd wanna look at, beauty brands, big beauty brands, and essentially just emulate those brands. And I would, further customize this page to look even more premium. I promise you, 90% of dropshippers are not doing this. They're not even thinking of doing this because what they think is that they're just selling a product, but you, on the other hand, are selling a brand. And that is how you stand out in a sea of dropshippers that all have the same exact store, same exact product images. You have to be superior in some way. You gotta manipulate the consumer to think that you are the superior brand. Now look, I know this might feel like a lot, sourcing, store building, AI images. I'm not gonna lie, when I first started my first store years ago, I was overwhelmed. And that's exactly why I built my mentorship program, because most people learn better by having someone with the confidence and experience to be by your side, holding your hand and making sure you don't steer off on the wrong path. My team and I get on calls with you, help you choose the right product, build your store, and most importantly, make you an expert at creating profitable ads for your store. We treat your store like it's our store because we only win if you win. No pressure at all. I'm sure you can succeed on your own, but if you want to see if this is a good fit for you, book a free call with the first link in the description below. But now let's wrap up the third and last problem here, because this is the the biggest one. This is about ads, the thing that actually makes you money. You gotta make sure you're not making generic AI UGC slop. Customers are getting really good at spotting this, and once they see it, they just keep scrolling. Now, normally what the e-com gurus recommend you do is to go hire expensive UGC creators to actually get real authentic content, but it's expensive. But here's the good news. There's a way to use AI to make completely free ads that most people will never be able to tell is AI. Let me show you. So when most people think about ads, they think about UGC videos like this.
30% after menopause. I did not know that.
But people are really sleeping on image ads. SoloWave is running image ads. HiSmile is running image ads. So why don't dropshippers run image ads? You see, images stop the scroll just like videos do. This image right here, these image examples right here. My husband is 60, but this is his secret to feeling like he's 30. These headlines are the hook version for the image. In the video, your hook is your first 2 to 3 seconds, but in your image, the headline is your hook. I've created and successfully scaled many ads with images just like this. These were all created with AI. This looks real, this looks real, this looks pretty good, this looks pretty real. And the best thing about it is that they're made completely free with Nano Banana. So for you as a beginner, free AI images is a no-brainer because you can get your store up and running with AI and then start testing ads immediately because you can create these images in just a few minutes, just like this. The way I do it is I get the images created with Gemini, but I actually use Claude to become my marketing expert to give me ideas on what kind of images to create. And then it gives me the prompts to actually put it into Nano Banana to create that image. So all I do, I create these prime documents, right? If we go in Claude right here, I created a project for SkinFlow, the store, and then I added the documents into the project memory. So that way I train Claude on the deep research that I did and essentially studying the customer avatar, who's my customer, what's my audience, what are their pain points, right? What problem am I solving for them? And so then Claude becomes an expert in this product. All you gotta do is take this document, which I have for free below, and just follow this step by step to create the documents. And then all you have to do is upload them into Claude. And then I start chatting with Claude, first off with this prompt right here. And then Claude starts giving me ideas. So let's say, for example, right here, it gave me a bunch of concepts, and then I went with concept 13. So concept 13 was a close-up of a woman's face with the arrows pointing to the fine lines, the dark circles, and the puffiness with clinical labels. And then we have a specific headline here, but first we started with the visual. So this is the visual, and all I did was take that prompt into Gemini and it created it. And then I had Claude actually give me the prompt for the hook. So then it created this hook right here. Your moisturizer isn't going to fix this. Sorry, you need technology, not more creams. So the visual is gonna stop the scroll, but the headline right here is gonna be how we pitch people of why they should click on the ad and go to our website. There's a lot that goes into this, but we're creating concepts with Claude's help. Claude's giving us the prompts to actually create the images. We're creating them for free in Nano Banana, and then we can test ads as quickly as possible and start getting results right away. And the key thing here is we can make them look so real that we don't have to blend in with the AI slop. And most importantly, it's free, which is perfect for you as a beginner. And if you watch my last video, I'll link it right here. I revealed an image ad that made me over 40K in sales. And finally, to wrap things up here, AI didn't kill dropshipping, it killed lazy dropshipping. Leave a thumbs up if you found this video helpful, comment with your questions. I check every comment, and I'll see you guys in the next one.